Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen, we know that Gordon Ramsay, because of shows like Kitchen Nightmares and Hell's
I've seen Kitchen
we know that
Nightmares.
Gordon Ramsay is kind of a jerk.
Get out of my way.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's acting, right?
Get out of my fucking way. Get out of my way.
I mean, there's two ways to attract people. Either you are angry or either you are a clown. That's my
You've got no balls. Why are you throwing that risotto away?
that's my opinion.
Missy, come here, you fat mouth little stupid.
So you can't be normal and attract people. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, why would normal people watch other normal people? Like, they can just
Gordon's
watch
antics
themselves.
to a fake persona that he displays for entertainment. It's just a character, they say. However, when you consider the violent and abusive life Gordon had to endure,
that's what I don't
you'll
know.
understand where his rage comes from. Gordon's father, Gordon Ramsay Sr., was a violent alcoholic who Ramsay described as a hard-drinking womanizer. When his father was drunk, he'd either hit the children or throw things around the house.
That's so
We had to
sad.
run for our lives, he recalled.
That's
We
sad.
spent many nights, weekends, hidden in the Department of Health and
He hit us when he was drunk. Things were thrown. We had to run for our lives. We spent many nights, weekend hidden in DHS rooms.
Social Security
Remember being
rooms.
woken in the
Although his
night,
father abused and
screaming.
neglected his children,
wait.
his mother Helen neglected his children, his Department of Health
I remember being woken in the night, mom screaming and rushing down the street in our pajamas to our neighbor to wait for police. Well, that's
and
just
Social Security rooms. Although his father abused and neglected his children, his mother Helen suffered the most. She was beaten relentlessly, even when she was 7 months pregnant with Gordon's younger sister.
Man, a
Gordon and his
lot
siblings,
of successful people have a very rough childhood, man.
Diane, Ronnie, and Yvonne often sat cowering upstairs in their bedrooms
Mother
while their
child
mother was
very
subjected to
close,
physical
yes.
abuse downstairs. She often feared one day he might kill her. Gordon was already bigger than his father by the age of 12, but he never fought back. I don't know if I could
Bigger?
ever have hit him. We were never big or strong enough to stop him. He
How
had
can you be
power
bigger?
over all of us. The crazy part is, the kids often
12.
spent time in child protective services. Police would take their father away during his outbursts, but it was only temporary, as they would eventually return under the same roof as him. They could not escape. To make matters worse, Gordon's father didn't even support the family financially. His mother was a
Holy
career nurse, and his father just worked various dead-end jobs. Dad would often have a fallout with
Along
someone at
with-
work and get fired, and because our home often came with his job, we would become
Fortune.
homeless and have to move again. The family lived
And
in roughly
drinking problem.
16 different homes across England before settling in Warwickshire. As you can imagine, Gordon's education was
Dora,
immediately
no, Dora, bro.
impacted due to his father's terrorizing presence. However, he found a positive
Yeah, I
outlet
feel like-
detached from his home life through football. He was
Oh, he played
aggressive on the
football.
field and could sprint really fast, which
Holy
landed
whiz.
him a spot on the Rangers football club.
Yeah,
youth
Gordon
team.
Ramsay was
Gordon
handsome,
claims that
bro.
He was scouted at one of his
Look at him,
games
oh,
by
he's
an
handsome
Oxford
as fuck.
United manager, which led him to being signed to the team.
Yo, Magazine Warrior, have you all lost your passion for only up to? Holy base.
Oxford spokesman
Besides
says
the team,
otherwise. We don't have
yeah,
concrete
otherwise we
evidence
don't
that
have
he ever
to,
played for
yeah,
Oxford
yeah,
United,
purpose.
and none of those coaches around that time can remember him playing for us. This seems like a strange thing for Gordon to lie about, but nevertheless, football was a major passion of his. It was also around this time that Gordon was finally able to flee his father's abuse for good. His mother told Gordon and his sister Diane that tension in their relationship was worse than ever. She forced them
He
to move
didn't
out of
say
the house
that
for their
he-
own safety. At age 16, Gordon and
He
Diane
didn't
moved
collapse.
out and got their own flat together in Banbury, located in Oxfordshire, southeast England. But at
Nice,
age 19, Gordon's dreams of being a football player were destroyed, which was the
What?
best thing that would ever happen to him. After suffering a serious knee injury, Gordon enrolled at North Oxfordshire.
Dude, imagine
Technical
Gordon
College to
Ramsay
study
being
hotel
football, man.
management. During this time, he worked
He
as a
will be better than Ronaldo for sure.
Kami chef at the Roxton House Hotel. The Kami chef, otherwise known as a junior chef, is at the bottom of the food chain, literally. Most kitchen brigades are organized similarly to the military. Auguste Escoffier is credited for coming up with this hierarchy.
You watch the idiots anyway, that's why I watched that. I guess Sekiro is great for coming up with this high cherry. What is that?
System while serving as a cook in the French military in the 1800s. Kami chefs help ensure that a kitchen's operations
know
run
more-
smoothly.
lot about
They perform
food.
cooking, cleaning, delivery, and other support duties as instructed by the chef de partie.
I don't
After
know.
progressing
I
through
don't
the ranks
know-
and
I
becoming
don't think
the
I have
sous chef,
eaten
Gordon
Italian
ran the
food.
kitchen and 70-seat dining room at the Wickham Arms.
I don't
until
know
he
how
started a
how
sec-
Italian food is so popular. I've seen people eating their most famous pizza in Italy, and it's literally pepperoni and cheese. How can you call pizza without putting some meat on it, man? I can't imagine eating a pizza without meat. Like,
Actual relationship
some
with the
meat in,
mother's
man.
wife.
I slept with the boss's wife because she.
wait, I
made-
slept with the boss wife. What the fuck?
A go for me. I mean, trust me. I mean, what 19-year-old chef, fit as a fiddle, is going to say no to a stunning 33-year-old wife
My
of
friend.
your boss?
So
What
yeah,
the
he
fuck?
got fired. However, his experience would land him his first job at a Michelin star restaurant and his first appearance on
This guy is
television.
pretty big.
Michelin stars are basically the highest badges of honor for restaurants. The stars are part of the Michelin Guide, which employs thousands of inspectors who travel around the world sampling the finest cuisine. These highly trained inspectors will visit hundreds of restaurants a year in order to identify the best of the best. Michelin inspectors are always anonymous to ensure they don't receive preferential treatment during their meals. Inspectors book,
I've never
dine,
eaten
and pay
Michelin
for their meals
restaurant,
in the
bro.
same way as an average guest. Once each
I don't know.
restaurant
People
in
say expensive food tastes average though.
consideration has been inspected,
I
the
don't know
Michelin
if-
Guide Director
I don't know,
meets
I've
with
never
the
eaten
worldwide
though. I
teams
don't know
for
how
what
I
is
can
called
say.
star sessions, where the rating of each restaurant is debated. These sessions often last days, with each establishment
$55?
considered one by
Wait,
one until a unanimous
there's no
decision is
price.
reached. Restaurants can earn a maximum of 3 stars. Michelin quantifies 1 star.
McDonald's.
as
I don't like
high
McDonald's
quality
either,
cooking
man.
worth a
For
stop.
me, just anything with chicken. But McDonald's chicken, I don't like it, bro. I don't know, just
2
something wrong
stars
with it.
for excellent cooking worth a detour.
Same
And
with
finally, the
KFC.
prestige
I don't like KFC McDonald's. It's like just raw chicken and some salt, and that's
Just
all
3
we need.
stars represent exceptional cuisine, worth a special journey. Ramsay
Just
honed his
buy-
culinary
what is
skills
that?
at Harvey's in Wandsworth. This is where a legend.
I don't
was
know, man. When I
created.
eat McDonald's chicken, KFC chicken, like with this, it's so bald. There's no taste. Do you like beef? I like every meat, bro. Meat
The
is
executive
meat.
chef at Harvey's.
You know that in Germany you can buy alligator meat, you can buy donkey meat, like in a grocery store. Like it's very cheap. Oh, it's Saudi production of KS Kapoor is good and good for. Okay, I've never eaten
Marco
that.
Pierre White, who is not only world class but also considered to be the
You like
first
our size?
celebrity
Not
chef. Marco
that.
has been rumored to have somewhat of a temper. He has admitted that sometimes he shouts and screams in the kitchen. Gordon says that Marco was brutal.
Who was
allegedly
Marco?
One night even making
His
a young
boss?
Gordon Ramsay cry. However, this side of him is rarely seen when the cameras are on. On TV, he's
Hey,
more of an
who is this
intense
guy?
savage that struck fear into you without saying or doing too much.
No, I didn't make Gordon Ramsay cry.
I didn't make
himself
he
cry.
made himself cry. Wait, what?
That was his choice to cry.
Gordon Ramsay
For
crying?
3
There's no
years,
way.
Ramsay became more equipped to handle the
I
fast-paced
can't
and
believe it.
high-pressure trade of fine dining. He also probably learned that sometimes to run a kitchen you need to be aggressive, loud, and dominant. The 1988 documentary Marco shows
That's
a
what he-
behind-the-scenes
okay, the
look at
Gordon
chaotic
Ramsay
life in the kitchen.
personality
Gordon is seen
came from
multiple times
Marco.
throughout the documentary, calm, listening, learning, and getting a taste for what it was like to be on the big screen. Sadly, his family was still suffering. Gordon's sister Diane
unfortunate.
decided to return home to live with their parents. One day, their father threw scalding hot milk over their mother, who was in bed, punching and dragging her downstairs. Diane
What?
got her mother to the hospital, where they were referred to Women's Aid, a charity
How
in the
come
United
this guy's
Kingdom
not in,
aimed at ending domestic
jail yet?
violence against women and children. The pair found
makes sense.
refuge in one of the charity's shelters for 6 months and got help sorting out Helen's benefits.
Are you trying new game of Rank Dora?
Her husband had never given her any money, likely a tactic he used to ensure she would never leave. Helen and Diane went home to find the flat ransacked and a postcard on the mantelpiece warning, "One night when you're least expecting it, I'll come
What
back
is
and
mental
finish you
peace? Like postcard? Okay, postcard. When your least pain will come back and finish you.
all off."
You stop
That
playing
only
Dora.
one word,
Bro, do I look like a machine? Which play Dora, bro?
the
I'm a
Ramsay
human!
family was finally free of Gordon James
Penny
Sr.
free, what's so free of
By his
Gordon?
mid-20s,
My-
Gordon had already built a resume that would land him jobs working alongside world-class chefs in France,
bogus.
and then as head chef at La Tante Claire in Chelsea, a 3 Michelin star restaurant.
Wait,
However,
he,
Marco
did,
White
he
would
didn't.
present
They didn't talk about his studies or anything.
something that would stamp Gordon's legacy permanently. In 1993, Marco offered Gordon a head chef position and a 10% share in the Rossmore. The restaurant was renamed
never heard of this
Aubergine
restaurant
and
at
achieved
all.
Michelin star status 14 months later. Gordon's cooking was so highly sought after that the restaurant had a waiting list of up to 6 months and bills averaging about 75 euros per person. By
Whoa.
1997, Aubergine won its
My
second
guy was
Michelin
balling.
star. Despite the restaurant's success, a dispute began between Ramsay and the business owners, who wanted to expand and turn Aubergine into a chain restaurant. Gordon didn't feel he could duplicate his cooking as a formulaic concept like most chain restaurants do. After many years of disagreements and legal battles, Ramsay announced his departure and handed in his notice. The entire staff at the restaurant followed Gordon and participated in the walkout.
First game
Ramsay later referred to it as Black Friday. He described the decision to set out on his own as the most important day of my life.
Yeah, he's gonna play rank after this. Relax, guys. Guys, let me finish the video. Out of his most
important decision of my life. Gordon decided to purchase and open his own restaurant called Restaurant Gordon Ramsay in Chelsea in 1998. The journey of opening his business venture paired with a television documentary series called Boiling Point. The series only had 5 episodes, but gave viewers a raw, behind-the-scenes look at Ramsay and his element. Along with his cooking methods and expertise, he tried to impress food critics in hopes of a 3rd Michelin star. Although the series was short-lived, Ramsay's vulgar language and hostile nature were...
I never said the first thing that I was gonna do, bro. Okay, man, relax. Let me finish the video. Okay, let's see.
...full display. And he quickly became known for his loud mouth and short temper in the kitchen. This guy got fired for drinking water.
Standing in front of a fucking glass, drinking fucking water.
Wait, he got fired for drinking water?
Fuck off.
Wait, you can't drink water in front of customer in when you're working a job? Like you get fired? What? Holy base.
But even with these explosive moments, it still feels tame compared to what would come many years later. After establishing his first restaurant, Ramsay expanded and opened several restaurants.
Dude, this guy have a big business mind, man.
His 3rd Michelin star in 2001,
guy was balling.
Scottish chef to achieve the feat and securing him a lifelong legacy at the age of 35.
This guy was balling, man.
Gordon in a much more genuine and humble way. Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares was a 2004 show where Gordon visited failing restaurants and helped to improve the establishments in just 1 week. He then revisited the restaurants months later to see how each business fared in his absence. Kitchen Nightmares was a huge commercial hit. Ramsay initially came off as quite relatable. He was very candid but still supportive in a positive manner and genuinely wanted to see businesses succeed. He used his time wisely, learning the staff's strengths and weaknesses and the town's culture surrounding each restaurant. He also used collective plural pronouns like we when describing each restaurant and what needs to be done, fully integrating himself as a part of the team and part of the solution, not merely operating as an onlooker giving directions. This Ramsay made for far more compelling television.
The more you say Dora, the more it makes me want to never ever touch the gate and make it without playing Dora. So you guys need to know that you literally making me to never touch it again.
And left viewers excited about the food and entrepreneurship. The more poised and calculated attitude carried on to his next televised culinary show, Hell's Kitchen UK. The show created a competition between 2 kitchens featuring 10 aspiring chefs competing for a prize of €250,000. Money that the winner could use to start his or her own restaurant.
This guy was streaming before streaming was even a thing, bro.
1 celebrity chef along with 5 members.
And just look at the difference. Now what are we going to do? Right, can we taste now, please? That is the worst risotto. Oh man, I give up. That is shocking.
No, I'm trying my hardest, chef.
Yeah, I like how ruthless Chef Ramsay is, man.
Due to the show's success, Gordon worked with the Fox network to produce an American version with the same name. First premiering in 2005, Hell's Kitchen US followed a different format. This is where Gordon's asshole persona was formed.
Move your ass! You jumped up, f***er. Now f*** off back on your section. Why? Because I'm not a quitter. You're not a quitter. You're not a fucking cook either. Move your fat ass, you donkey!
Holy base, my friend. Wait.
Because I'm not a quitter. You're not a quitter. You're not a fucking
I'm not a quitter, you're not a
Move your
cook
fat
either.
ass, you donkey! Hey! You're fucking useless, you know that. You're cooking in a burnt pan, you fucking dick! Fucking donkey!
You can say these kind of things now, right?
The US version of Hell's Kitchen surpassed the UK version in popularity. The show was significantly more dramatic than any of Gordon's UK shows, with the addition of loud sound effects, dramatic music, rapid jump cuts, and exaggerated drama.
Your special has now become not very special, thanks to Dickface there. Hurry up, Giovanni!
Yeah, but I'm not Dickface, chef.
Whoa.
I said I'm not Dickface,
Yeah,
chef.
you're pissed, are you?
I'm not.
Look at me in the eyes! Not as pissed as I am! You fucking are! Donkey!
It became so excessive that people online started accusing the producers of staging fake drama for more entertaining television. People also claimed that the editors use editing techniques to make certain contestants appear as poor performers to justify their elimination later. The most obvious example was the case of Amanda Tech Moore, who you can clearly see cooking here, but the only problem is that she was eliminated 3 episodes earlier. Essentially, they're using old footage of contestants, for example, Gordon yelling at someone in episode 1, to justify their elimination in episode 10, even if they didn't do anything wrong that day, since the show is not premiering live and viewers wouldn't be able to notice the difference.
I don't know, like I don't know if this, like, all these shows that they make, is this like
Another
legit or not?
controversy in regards to the show being staged occurred when contestant Joseph Tinnelly from season 6, during one elimination round, angrily confronted Ramsay, challenging him to a fight before being escorted off the set.
You want a f***ing jacket? You want to talk some shit? Let's go step
Dude,
outside.
how can you get angry like that, man?
The incident drew criticism from viewers suggesting
Even
the
the- yeah, I feel like-
fake and conducted to
feel
add
like
more drama
it-
and tension
like,
to the show to increase viewer
I
interest.
just my
However, it was
I think all these shows feels, I don't know if it's, maybe it's not, but in my mind when I see a show, I feel like it's scripted, like just
this
I don't know.
tumultuous persona
because
that may have
if there's
ruined
somebody has more popularity, if which they are participating, and they want that guy to be in, otherwise their viewership will go down. So they script a little bit. I don't know, like I'm just saying it.
his UK television presence.
It's scripted always? Yeah, I think so, like that.
And let me just tell you something.
People like drama. Oh yeah, people like movies. All this scripted. So yeah.
Look, we praised it. What is that? That's well done. That is well done, so stop bringing me shit!
What about this, Gordon?
That is well done!
What about this?
It's well done!
Without the added sound effects and intense music, Gordon's screaming looks less performative, which made viewers think he was actually just a jerk. But the USA audience couldn't get enough of Gordon.
Yeah.
He was a rock
USA,
star.
like,
He worked
hell
with
yeah,
the Fox
brothers.
Network again to produce an American version of Kitchen
Hell yeah,
Nightmares.
brothers.
First premiering in 2007, Kitchen Nightmares US followed the exact blueprint as the original, as the owners invited Gordon to spend a week with the failing restaurant to revive the business. However, like the US version of Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares was more dramatized and featured Ramsay displaying a visibly
Yeah, I
short
feel like
temper, regularly yelling profanities and insulting his staff. Gordon once even said the F word 298 times
Holy
in
base.
just 2 episodes. When you saw those 2 Kitchen Nightmares condensed into one, last year when they
Yeah,
had
they
those
had,
298 fucks, I wasn't proud of that. There has come a time when, at the age of 43, I'm getting a bit tired of the foul-mouthed bully chef. In that same interview, Ramsay was
Doesn't he
adamant
do
in
the
his
still
refusal to
same or
pander
what?
to elderly British viewers
Wait,
by
it is still
trying
that's
to act
toxic?
like anyone other than himself. So on one hand, he admits he isn't proud of his excessive outbursts. On the other, he isn't just going to act like a proper lad to please his UK audience. Plus, in 2017, he came out with a show called The F Word, so I don't think he really cares that much. Both versions of Kitchen Nightmares produced 7 seasons.
But
and were
Google,
canceled
I've never
collectively in
tasted his food, so I
2018.
can't
As of
really
September
say if it's good or not.
2021, Ramsay has
Holy
accumulated
best.
a net worth estimated to be around $220 million.
He's
with an
balling.
estimated salary of $225,000.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a
Gordon
character, to be
typically
honest,
earns
for
roughly
sure.
$45 million per year from his media and restaurant business. His shows account for more than 75 hours of programming and more than $150 million in ad sales for Fox. With restaurants
Nice.
in the UK, US, France, Italy, China, South Korea, and Qatar, his empire has expanded on a global scale.
Dude, he has restaurant
Evidently,
everywhere.
Being a dickhead pays pretty well. But Gordon is also able to act like this because he has started at the very
You
bottom
wanna go
and
to UK
grinded for
and with me
decades
and taste his
mastering
food?
craft. These days, you could see him on TikTok telling people how terrible his
Does he
cooking
have
is,
does he
whether
have
his rage
does he have in Frankfurt?
comes from his father's abuse or from the perspective of
I don't
a
know if he has
passionate
a
teacher
restaurant in
wanting his
Frankfurt.
pupils to learn. It never gets old seeing Gordon Ramsay absolutely destroy someone's cooking.
Oh yeah, brother. That was a good video. Poke jam. I'm gonna like. Alright.